one of those butcher knives up you while falling down 4 flights of stairs. And I don't know where I was because the video got cut off, and then I was like talking to myself for about 20 minutes. I didn't even realize it. Anyways, it's like sticking one of those butcher knives up you while falling down 4 flights of stairs on your ass. That is how I can explain a contraction. They say that there's no way to explain a contraction. I just did. And if you ever had a Charlie horse on the back of your head, the back of your leg, then that's what it feels like across your whole stomach and your lower back. Like that, falling down 4 flights of stairs on your ass and someone sticking a knife up you. It actually feels like what it is. Like someone's ripping you from the inside out. Anyways. Well, they came in and they gave me the epidural, which you can feel. I felt every bit of it. People say that oh, the epidural's great. Yeah, I'm sure that it is for some people. But, you know, if you're having a contraction, you're having contractions that are that intense, a minute apart, and you're having to sit up, and they stick a needle that big in your spine, after sticking probably 5 others to try to numb you, there's nothing great about that. I'm sorry. I'm not saying for you to not get the epidural at all, because afterwards it's worth it, because I'm sure it would be nothing compared to pushing his head out. But anyways, I got the epidural, and they were like okay, well, now you can try to take a nap or something. And I was like, okay, so I took a nap. I woke up at 12 o'clock at 6.5 centimeters. And his family came up there and seen me. And I was just out of it. I guess because of the epidural or something and the drugs because I didn't have any IV pain medicine. All I had was the Ambien and the epidural. So, what was I saying? Oh, all the family came up there and seen us, and then they had to go. So they left and ran their errands or did whatever they did. And I took another nap. And I woke up, it's like, I think it was like 7 in the afternoon. And they said, you're 9.5 centimeters. And you're about to start pushing. And Bobby had went to go get our pillows and stuff like that from the house. So, I look stupid like that. So, I called Bobby, and they were like, you need to call him and get him up here, because you're at 9.5 centimeters, and you're about to start pushing. I didn't feel nothing. That epidural had me so numb, I did not feel nothing. And I'm just so completely thrown off, because I was talking to myself for 20 minutes. Now I'm trying to remember what I was saying. It's horrible. Well, Bobby came back there, and my mom's the one that you see in the video. She was out of the hospital by then. The reason why she was in my delivery video where Bobby's cutting the cord, and she's the one holding my leg. And the reason why she's jumping like that is because the medication that they had her on made her have twitches, and that was just it. We used to call her Hoppy. We gave her so much shit for that little jump that she did. She did it all the time. And it was just her leg just twitched. I don't know what it was. But it doesn't do that anymore because they have her medicine all straightened out. But I pushed for like 30 minutes, and he was out. And, I started breastfeeding for he weighed 7 pounds, 3 ounces. and I started breastfeeding for the first 4 days. The reason why I couldn't continue is kind of messed up, and I'll get to that in a minute. I would have continued. Blisters and all, I would have continued. But I had him April 8th of 2011. And well, all the videos of him crying and all that was when they just pulled him out and he had already peed all over the nurse. And that's his dad making that video, and I think he just scared the crap out of him, but it was, I think it was funny. But I'll get to that part about the sad thing. Well, we stayed in the hospital for 3 days, and when we came home, they called his mom, because that's where I had the Medicaid, the address to the Medicaid set up to at the time. I was switching it over to my parents, and the hospital called his mom and said they wanted to send a care packet, so they wanted an address, so she gave them their address, and the care packet was CPS. And by the way, the hospital was really shady about it. They're supposed to let you know if they're drug testing your son, and they didn't. They just said, don't change his diaper. Just call us when he needs his diaper changed. And we're like, okay. And every time we looked, there was this little bag on there with a cotton ball in it, which looked so uncomfortable. And he did not test positive. I did not test positive. I quit smoking marijuana at least 6.5 months. And I was honest with my caseworker. Not when she first came out, because who the hell is honest when they first come out? You just have a baby and you're scared to death that they're going to take it away from you. I said that. Oh, yeah, I was around it when they come out, because the next day they come out. They had gotten the wrong address from them, so they were like, oh, we'll just go out there tomorrow. They showed up the next day. That night we had had a thunderstorm, so our power was knocked out. We just gotten home from the hospital, so, I mean, all our stuff was everywhere, not unpacked. It just looked ridiculous. And the caseworker came out and she was like, tell me about your drug use. And I was like, what drug use? Just trying to play stupid. And she was like, well, you tested positive here and here and here and here. And she brings up this big list of when I went to the doctor. Every time they make you go and pee. So the doctor reported me. And I was like, okay, I was around him while he was smoking. They said, no, it would not be in your system. He'd have to blow you a charge for it to be in your system. Do you know what that means? And I'm like, yeah, I know what blowing a charge means. Like, what the hell? And I wasn't rude to her, but that was what I was thinking. I just wanted to punch this girl in the face. And I was like, well, so what, you have to take him because I used to smoke? I don't smoke. I did not test positive when I left the hospital, and neither did he. And his dad even got tested and did not test positive. But a couple of, like 4 days later, crying my eyes out, wondering if they're going to take him or not, they finally sit down and have a family meeting thing at the CPS office, and she does this stupid little bullshit routine where we go around the table and we're supposed to say like our wishes for the child, and hers sounded completely routine. It's just a job to them, and it's fucked up. It's a fucked up system. I mean, they're taking kids out of their home for no reason. There was no reason why I had to miss the first 3 months of my son's life because I used to smoke pot when I was pregnant. Yeah, I messed up, but keep in mind, I'd never been to school. My mom tried to homeschool me, and then she got cancer, so I was never put in a school system. I